Welcome back to our new workshop where we're going to be finishing the transformation of Moose and building our dream tiny home from scratch. A totally custom trailer build means there's going to be loads of parts that we need to design and fabricate ourselves.
In the past, whenever we've needed something custom made, we've had to pay other people to do it, like all the laser cutout stuff we got made for Moose. And the problem with this is it's really expensive, and if you do something wrong or you want to redesign anything, you have to pay again to get it recut.
And that takes a long time, and we'll just end up waiting around for people.
But that's all about to change. This is the XTool MetalFab. It's a laser welder and a laser CNC cutter, and it does a whole bunch of other stuff that we're going to be exploring over the next couple of months. But for now, we're going to use it to finish up Moose's flatbed. Whoa.
It's set up for laser CNC right now, so I think as a test, we should make something fun for Moose to wear.
Why is there sand at the bottom?
I'm just using the XTool Studio app that comes free to make a little nameplate for Moose to go on top of the bulkhead.
So as you can hear, I've powered everything on. It makes loads of noise, doesn't it? So, very briefly, this is the CNC table. In here is the super cool laser ray gun looking thing, but it's not at all, it's very serious. And then down here, this is the laser welder. The laser welder can also cut. So you can put it on a CNC table and you got CNC laser cutter, and it's controlled from the app. And then over here, we have an air compressor and an air chiller and dryer, but we'll kind of go over that in a bit more detail later on, because I just want to cut something. We've actually not used this yet. I've managed to resist until we started filming, so I'm very excited. The sand in there at the bottom is basically to stop the laser just cutting through the bottom of this and into the floor, which I think is pretty cool. So the CNC table is 600 by 600, and this is I think about 800 long, but it doesn't actually matter because you can slide stuff in through this little slot in the side, so you can actually fit much bigger bits in. The cutting size is 600 by 600, but the bed is a bit bigger. And then it's got these really cool clamps that you can clamp your sheets down, which is really good for like thin stuff as well. So now, the really cool thing is we can go over to the app, and it has inside 2 cameras. So you can basically drag your designs around, line it up with the metal in the camera, and it'll just cut it out in the right place. Here's our design. Yeah, we'll just stick it right down there. Now we just have to set it up. So you just tell it what you're going to do. You're going to be cutting with fixture, and then the material, you set the material to, this is 3mm steel, and then hit apply. For the gas, we're going to set it to the air compressor. It recommends using pure oxygen, but you can just use the air compressor. Pure oxygen will help get a cleaner cut essentially, especially on thicker materials. And then we set the nozzle. We're using this 2mm nozzle. So on the canvas, click the area you want to perform the calibration. Oh, now it's doing stuff. So basically it's going to tap the metal in different areas to see how level it is, and then the laser head will follow that if your metal's a bit bumpy. Should we do it? I need to turn the air compressor on.
We also need to vent out of the door.
Ah, yes.
And put on our eye protection.
Yes, there's a lot to do. Oh, I'm too excited. This can go outside. This is by far the most dangerous piece of equipment we have. It's actually kind of scary. Not because like there's that much risk of burning or like setting yourself on fire and stuff or chopping your limbs off, but because it will blind you so quick, and that's what these super fashionable glasses are for. We're being a little over careful because while it's in there, the lid does have laser protection.
But it's good practice to get into.
Oh yeah. Everything is good to go. We just have to push this button.
And there's the emergency stop.
Okay. Oh, it's doing it.
Take your eyes away from it.
Whoa. It's so quiet.
It's so smart. Like, we didn't have to tell it to cut the outline last. Like, it knows.
Yeah. It's done.
It looks so cool.
Does it? I can't really see with these on. Whoa.
Oh my gosh, that's perfect. That's so neat. Oh my gosh.
It's not even that hot.
It's not.
I can't believe how quick that was.
Yeah.
How
That's
cool is
cool. Well, it worked perfectly first time.
that? That was so easy.
Does it have like burrs on the back and stuff?
It does, yeah.
I think it's called dross.
Dross, that's it, yeah.
And also, if we'd used oxygen, you get less of that dross, right?
Yeah. That's so cool. Shall we put it on mousse and see what it looks like?
Yeah.
What else can we cut and make?
So I've left some little holes for plug welding.
That was too easy, that was ridiculous. I suppose we should do something properly useful with it now.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, that was fun, wasn't it?
No.
That took ages. So as you can see, the flatbed is looking a little rusty from its time at the old yard.
So this would be a good opportunity to try out another one of the XTool's features.
No, serious. So at the moment, this is set up for CNC laser cutting, but the gun is multifunctional. If I take off this CNC cutting head and put on this, it does something very cool and very special. So that was the cleaning mode, and it basically uses the laser in like a line to blast rust and paint and anything off. But what this whole setup relies on is this little clip here kind of like a ground on a welder, but current doesn't pass through it. It's like a safety thing. So this connects to the metal, and then when the tip of the laser touches the metal, then the laser will activate. Otherwise, you could just shoot it willy-nilly wherever you want and cause loads of damage. But the issue I was having was that this metal is so rusty, the signal couldn't pass through. So I had to clean it with an angle grinder to get a good signal. But if I'm doing that, then I may as well just use the angle grinder. I don't know, I might be doing something wrong, but there is another accessory to go with this for cleaning. So let's try that next and see if it's better. How cool does this look?
What is it?
Basically, this is just it's not a barrel, it's essentially a guide to keep the laser part away from the material at a certain distance, and you swap out the lens for a wider beam. So you keep it that far away, and then this wheel, when it touches the metal, that's what creates the circuit. So I'm going to try it on the floor over here. The laser is enabled. Are your eyes on?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to begin.
Okay, I'm behind you.
You ready?
Yes.
Whoa! Are you serious?
Oh.
That's insane. Look, it's not hot.
That's so cool. It's like brand new metal.
That's mad.
I can't believe all of the grinding and stuff we did when we first got Moose on the chassis.
So now,
I want to go first.
yeah, what do you want to do on this?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
No.
You're not ready for this.
No, I'm not.
It's very important to note how there's no one or anything up there, because the laser is invisible and it can bounce off and then carry on. So that's why you're only ever behind the laser.
Oh. Whoa! Oh my gosh! Yeah, there's no rust on there. That's mad. It's just going.
Yeah.
I think it's magic.
The goal is to use it to clean all this up, because I want to run a weld in here with the laser in a bit. But first I want to clean all this rust out. And I could use the angle grinder with a wire wheel or something. But if I could use the laser and get in there, that would be ideal, wouldn't it? Whoa, whoa, that is left. Like just a perfectly clean strip to weld down.
Pony cleaning could be so much fun.
And kind of scary at the same time.
Terrifying.
Isn't it? When we're using it, we actually lock the door, and because you don't want anyone coming in that hasn't got eye protection on.
Should we get to cleaning?
Yeah, this is insane. Let's go. This looks amazing.
It's so shiny.
It's really, really good.
I didn't think I'd see it come up this nice.
It kind of looks like it's been shot blasted.
Yeah.
It's like that, got that matte finish. It's not like a shiny. It took a while, but I think it's probably about the same amount of time as if we were using angle grinders with wire wheel brushes on or something like that.
Yeah, but you never would have got in all the corners and stuff with an angle grinder, so in that sense it was way quicker. The
finish is much better.
Yeah.
And more consistent.
We want to like flip it over and do the underside.
That's going to be fun. But first, I can't resist. I want to play with the laser welder.
Okay. Oh yeah, now that bit's clean.
Yeah. I want to have a go at welding. I've done enough laser cleaning. I want to see what the welding's like. You can control the wire feed from the buttons on here. And it's silent. So we've swapped it over to welding mode, and that basically just involves changing out this front part and then having the wire feeder attached, because the wire feeder is separate. It's a thing over there, and that just feeds the wire up through here, and you can control it all. Super, super cool. It's all calibrated, and from what I've seen online, it's supposed to be really easy because the wire rests on the material and actually pushes you along at a set speed. And the speed is set by the settings that you put on the welder. So set it to weld, carbon steel. We're welding 3mm steel, and our wire diameter is 0.8 mil. And then if you want to, you can go to the stats, and you can see here's our gas pressure and all the other things, you know, the temperature inside, and that's kind of seeing that everything's working okay. Okay, let's do it. Arm the laser.
Go.
It's such a neat, tiny little weld. I was a bit too shallow over here, but over here I got the angle right. Oh, wow, that's hot. Of course it's hot. It's basically welding.
It is very neat and cute.
Yeah. It's very easy, and it's so like quiet, and like there's no sparks. And
yeah, it's quite peaceful.
It's not dramatic. I know it looks like a really small weld, but that's kind of what all the laser welding looks like that I've seen online. There's been some really good videos of people welding. The bead looks tiny, but then they cut it and acid etch it, and you can see that it penetrates really well. So yeah, the bead looks tiny, but apparently it's just really efficient. So that was interesting. I was just welding, and then the welder started beeping at me and turned off. This is one of the caveats of welding with a laser. Basically, in the gun, there's a series of lenses, and the one at the front is a protector lens. Because what can happen, if you get your angle wrong, the laser will just bounce right back off what it was meant to be welding and just back right into the lens. And then you get something like this. You get a burn mark in your lens. And then once that's like that, the welder can't do anything because the lens is all messed up and you just have no power. That's okay. They expect that to happen while you're learning. So they give you a bunch of spare. I think some practice is needed, but I think for a first try that was pretty good, don't you?
Yeah. We
switched to argon, pure argon gas, because the manual said CO2 and argon will contaminate the lens. So that's kind of what happened as well. It's really quite easy. I could see getting really proficient at that really quick. Okay.
I'll have a go later.
You're going to try aluminium.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really good for aluminium instead of TIG.
So now what we're going to do, we're going to flip this on its side somehow. I'm not sure how. Have you got ideas for this?
Push it.
Okay.
I don't think that we can flip this by ourselves. I don't think we can do it with our crane and our axle stands and our sketchy techniques. I think we need an actual forklift. We have got a neighbour with a forklift, but they're not here today. But there is an activity that I would much rather do, which is a lot safer. This has been by far my favourite thing so far, is cutting stuff out of this. It's really satisfying. But I want to make a door number for our unit because at the moment we have no number and postmen keep coming and they're like, what number is this? So I'm going to make a nice 5 to go on our door. Welcome to the exterior. I was thinking I was going to use these holes to mount my 5, but they're a bit low. I kind of want something up here. So I'll have to make new holes. I just want to make sure that the holes are going to fall in bricks. So we'll just space them like 24 centimetres apart.
Also, a few people were worried about our security. But
Yeah, we do have a roller shutter door.
yeah, so don't even try it.
And cameras.
Yeah, get out of here.
Okay, here's one I designed earlier. So I've just made a nice big 5 and then I've put rotor off grid up there.
Calibrating.
Wait, I'm not wearing my goggles.
You don't need to wear goggles. That is the goggles. It's laser safe. Let's put them on.
It's done. It's so cool. It's so cool. This is my new favourite thing ever. There's the little tappers.
Whoa! That's so cool.
Come on.
This is a little wonky, I think.
Very funny. Just spaced it off with some washers. Give it some depth. What do you think?
I think that looks really good.
Go give it some oil in.
We're gonna just let it age naturally, aren't we? You want to see what I did? I mounted Moose's plate.
Oh, that's so nice.
I think we should paint this a different colour. We don't know what the colour of the whole flatbed is going to be yet, but I think this should be something else.
Yeah, it should pop.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I've had a lot of fun playing with our new laser toy.
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much to XTool for sending us just such an awesome bit of kit to play with.
If you're interested in finding out more about the MetalFab, then we have links in the description.
But that's about all we have time for this episode. We'll see you in the next one.